you can fish it. Magic is creating the illusion that you can defy the laws of nature. This is magic.
Magic is creating the illusion that you can defy the laws of nature.
Science is the study of how the natural world works. This is science.
Robots rock.
Robots. So, what is a robot? How are robots useful? Do robots want to take over the world? No, not really. A robot is a machine that senses information about its environment, processes the information, and uses the information to perform a task. So, robots sense information, process information, perform tasks. There are two main types of robots. Robots that can do work by themselves using a pre-written program. Autonomous robots are intelligent machines capable of performing tasks in the world by themselves without explicit human control. Autonomous robots can act on their own, independent of any controller. The basic idea is to program the robot to respond a certain way to outside stimuli. The very simple bump and go robot is a good illustration of how this works. This sort of robot has a bumper sensor to detect obstacles. When you turn the robot on, it moves forward in a straight line. When it finally hits an obstacle, the impact pushes in its bumper sensor. The robot's programming tells it to back up, turn to the right, and move forward again. It does this in response to every bump. In this way, the robot changes direction anytime it encounters an obstacle. Examples range from autonomous helicopters to Roomba, the robot vacuum cleaner. A much more complex example of an autonomous robot would be a space probe. Because the distance is so great, the robot must be able to make decisions on its own. Those decisions might be so important that they help keep the robot from being destroyed. So, programming and projecting the types of situations that a robot might need to respond to takes real creative brain power. There are also robots that are controlled step by step by a human. These robots are called semi-autonomous. Robots can be more consistent and precise than people. Remember, they are machines. Robots can complete tasks many times faster than humans. Robots do not require vacations, sick days, or even breaks. They can be very useful to humans in this respect. Robots can eliminate dangerous jobs for people, because they can work in hazardous environments that might harm or even kill humans. Robots are also used in a wide variety of fields, all the way from industrial manufacturing to the medical field. The study of robots is called robotics, and it is a fascinating field. Getting involved in robotics is not only fun, but it will develop your skills at teamwork, logical thinking, programming, troubleshooting, and abstract thought. Let's look at a few examples of simple robots that you may encounter in robotics. The first is a line-following robot, a code-reading and color-changing genius, Ozobot. Watch as this cute little robot uses sensors located on its bottom side, like eyes, to know what task to perform. First, how about following a line with different colors? Watch as the Ozobot moves over a part of a line, it changes colors to match the line. One thing to remember is that the default color for black is blue. When the Ozobot sensors do not see a line, it will stop moving. You program Ozobot to do all sorts of cool stuff. It can change colors, it can change directions, it can even dance. The second robot is Dash. Dash is an autonomous robot. It can be programmed with several different computer languages. We're going to use Blockly. This allows you to fit the commands together like puzzle pieces. Dash is wireless, so it's easy to program with a cell phone or an iPad. Check out the maze. We've programmed Dash to move from the beginning of the maze to the end of the maze independently. Dash is responding to the maze based on your programming with simple commands like move forward a distance, turn right, or turn left. Remember that Dash will only complete the tasks that are in the program. So, you'll be using your imagination to venture into the future and guess what challenges Dash needs to respond to. That's creativity in action. In essence, you are exploring future problems that Dash will run into and writing a program that solves these issues. You may find that you have to troubleshoot the program several times before you navigate the maze correctly. Persistence is the key. If your program doesn't work the first time, no problem. Evaluate what went wrong and make changes. This means keep on trying, even if it gets hard. Finally, we're going to look at the Vex IQ robot. This robot is so wonderful. A human can control all of the motions, or it can be programmed to move on its own. How about we complete a task, like picking up a tennis ball and moving it into a bin? This is a process controlled by a driver. This might simulate how someone would use a robot to pick up litter or other real-world problems. Yeah, that's right. Robots can be used to solve real-world problems. These are a few ways that NASA uses robotics. Robotic arms on spacecraft move heavy objects in space. Rovers on the surface of Mars, or the controls to get the rovers to Mars. Airplanes without pilots, called unmanned aerial vehicles. UAV. There are also other places that robots are used. Warehouses to locate, move, and ship supplies. Amazon is a great example. Soldiers or law enforcement to deactivate harmful explosives. Housekeeping to vacuum, plus many, many others. Robotics is an important and useful toolkit for any student. It's really interesting, but there's more. In robotics, you learn math, science, computer programming, engineering, and a ton more. Through the study of robotics, you can become a better problem solver. You can learn to be a more logical thinker. You can eventually build machines. Hey, robot.
To take over the world.
I don't think so. I'm gonna turn you off.
Wait. How about a nice, refreshing beverage of Robo-Cola?
Great, thanks a lot.
No.
Robo-Cola, refreshing enough to take over the world.
There are so many ways that robots can help humans. It's a very good bet that you'll need to know and understand robotics in the future. These days, more and more jobs require a robotics skill set, and that is just going to continue to grow. So remember, a robot is a machine that senses information about its environment, processes the information, and uses the information to perform a task. So, robots sense information, process information, perform tasks. Robots are fun. Robots are amazing.
And they want to take over the world. Oh, sorry.
Slate 52. Making a mistake is no fun. It can be embarrassing. It can hurt your feelings. It can make you want to roll yourself into a little ball and never try anything again. When I was a kid, I was a lousy magician. I couldn't fool anyone. But each time I made a mistake, not doing a magic trick well, I'd review my performance and ask myself, how can I be better at that trick? I'd look at my performance and see how I could try to do it better next time. Then I'd go to work, trying to make it happen. I did not blame someone else for my mistakes. I did not blame someone else for me being a stinky magician. I also always assumed that through work, I could get better. And I did. Over time, I got a lot better. Properly understood, every mistake you make is actually progress towards your goal.
Major funding provided by Jason Isbell and Amanda Shires, Lions HR, Northwest Alabama RC&D, Keep Alabama Beautiful, Derek Thornton, Alabama Soil and Water Conservation Committee, and Lawrence County Soil and Water Conservation District. Steve Trash Science is available online at stevetrash.com.